Who thought that going around in circles could be so much fun? Body workouts are going to keep you strong. Oh man, knackered. I think I need a beer or a biscuit. Morning everyone, EnduranceAaron here and welcome to my channel. An Ironman is huge. For those of you who have done it, know it takes a lot of training. A 3.8 kilometer swim, 180 kilometer bike ride followed by a full marathon. That's right, 42.2 kilometer run. Can't afford a coach? Don't worry about it. That's why I'm here. I'm going to give you that framework for a comprehensive training plan to get you ready for your Ironman. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to grab a pen, you're going to write these notes down, and by the end of this video, you're going to have a plan set in place for your Ironman. But first, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. There's a lot more content on there, including tips for beginner triathletes, which is my highest rated video so far. Right, so coffee in hand, let's get to it, shall we? I guess the first question is, how much should I train? When should I start training? Well, the recommendation is probably around about 4 months out, so that gives you a good 16 weeks for a training plan. So looking at those three disciplines, the bike, the swim, and the run, how much do you need to do of each? Well, when it comes to the Ironman, we already know what's going to take up the most amount of your time, and that's the bike. So how long do I need to spend on the bike at the start of my training? At the beginning of your training, you should be aiming for about 3 to 6 hours a week on your bike. So get that long Sunday ride in. As for the swim, early mornings I tend to do mine. So if averaging around 2 to 4 hours per week is a good start. And of course for the run, I'm aiming for about 2 to 4 hours as well a week. All of this, of course, is going to ramp up in time as you get closer to your event. As for the ratio, I'm sure you've all heard of the 80-20 rule. So 80% of your training should be at what's called low intensity. So that leaves you with the 20%, and that 20% is in your high intensity range. So let's say you're doing 20 days a month of training, you really want to get those 4 days in a month of high intensity training. I always say that the more lower intensity workouts that you do, the longer you can go for. So you're building that endurance. If you stick to that 80-20 plan, you're going to reap the benefits come race day. So what do those high intensity workouts look like? I tend to frame mine as 8 1-minute sessions. It's 1 minute on at high intensity, followed by 2 minutes at low intensity. So there's a phenomenon to be careful of in your training. It's called intensity blindness. So when it comes to your 80% low intensity workouts, a lot of people tend to train too high. They train in a moderate to high heart rate zone. So keep track of your heart rate in those 80% low intensity workouts. It's really important to put your ego aside, I say, and really stick to that plan. Now, when it comes to swimming, this can be everyone's Achilles heel. A lot of athletes don't like the swim. Luckily, I've done a video, go check it out, on how to swim. I go through all the techniques from head to toe, including your breathing technique. So go check that one out. Right, finish me coffee. Let's get on the bike, shall we? Boom, here we are. We are at Brighton and Hove Velodrome. It is the oldest velodrome in the country, actually. Absolutely amazing. Who thought that going around in circles could be so much fun? But when it comes to your cycling, my biggest piece of advice is to simulate your race day. So if you have a race that is particularly flat, you just get round on the flats as much as you can, because those flat races can be quite deceiving because they're just constant. You never stop pedaling. And of course, if you've got some undulating hills or a hilly course, really get that training in on that hilly course as well. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, so we are straight off the bike and into a run straight away. So this is going to be a very important part of your training as well. And it's what we call brick sessions. So brick sessions are basically running straight off your bike or biking straight after you swim. So by training with brick sessions, you're preparing your body for the shock that it's going to receive on race day. There's nothing worse than just training one discipline, then on race day, your body is just like, what? You're giving me all three. A really good tip as well, at the end of your swim, just kick your legs as hard as you can as you come to the end of your swim, because what this does is it brings all the blood to your legs. The blood doesn't circulate through to your legs, and that's when you get out of the water, you get all dizzy, jelly legs, don't know what's going on. And even throw in some interval sessions into your brick sessions, so that 1 minute on, 2 minutes off. Right, we've finished our session. We're going to go inside and wrap up what we've learned so far, talk you through as you get closer to your race. We're going to go through that. All right, so let's have a quick recap of what we've been through already. We've started our training, which is 4 months out. So for our swim, we're going to be doing 2 to 4 hours per week. On the bike, we want to be looking at 3 to 6 hours, and running 2 to 4 hours as well. So that's the beginning, 4 months out. That's exactly what you want to be aiming for. We've spoken about the 80-20 rule, so 80% of your training being at lower intensity and 20% being at moderate to high. We've also spoken about the interval sessions as well. So 8 sessions of those, 1 minute high intensity, 2 minutes low intensity. So that now brings us to 2 to 3 months out. This is where things get hard. This is where people give up. When it comes to 2 to 3 months out, you want to be looking at 6 to 10 hours on the bike, 4 to 6 hours in the pool, and then 4 to 7 hours running. That sounds like a lot, and it is. Only do as much as you can. If you're not a professional, it doesn't matter. But you should be aiming to increase on what you started with at the 4-month mark. Just don't give up. You're doing more than 90% of the people out there anyway. So well done, keep going. As your training ramps up, you're also going to need a good nutrition plan of how much to carb load, how to replace your sodium and things like that. But you should be aiming in your training to get at least 60 grams of carbs per hour. It can be really hard to stay motivated. I would suggest by joining groups is a really good thing. I'm part of a triathlon group here that I go swimming with in the summer. It's just more fun, it's more social, and a great way to keep you motivated. Finding a coach as well is also a great way to lift your motivation because they help keep you accountable. Strength workouts, oh, there's no tickets to these gun shows. Try and incorporate maybe 2 sessions a week, I would say, because you need a lot of strength in your upper body on the bike as well. You need strong shoulders, strong back, strong lats. Just get some push-ups in. Body workouts are gonna keep you strong. Oh man, knackered. I think I need a biscuit and a beer. So part of your training for your Ironman as well is you want to be entering races before your Ironman. Just getting that race simulation, that race feeling. Using these as training sessions, that's what I tend to do. It's an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to get better. So the more of these you do prior to your Ironman, the better prepared you're going to be on race day. You're probably wondering why I'm laying on the bed, right? It's time for tapering. Tapering is when you start to wind down your training. It is recommended 4 weeks out, but personally, I think that is probably too far out. I would usually start maybe 2 weeks out because there's a phenomenon known as tapering flu. It's almost like your body saying to you, hang on a minute, what's going on? We were doing all this volume of work. Now you're just doing nothing. You need to let your body re-energize. However, don't stop completely. Keep everything in zone 1, 2, and I'll probably stay away from any brick sessions or interval sessions, high intensity sessions like that. You're 1 week out from your race now. It's time to relax, put your feet up, chill out, stay hydrated, enjoy the atmosphere, go to the event village, see what's going on. I honestly believe there's a link to it, that enjoyment and your performance. Don't forget to carb up, get those carbs in 24, 48 hours out. Try and get in a good sleep pattern as well. I start that visualization process. So I start to visualize my transitions that I'll be doing, and start to visualize how I'll be passing everyone in the swim. Hey, and then they'll be passing me on the bike because I've got chicken legs. But then I catch them on the run. Everyone's got a weak leg, right? Mine's the bike, it just so happens to be the longest one, damn it. So race day is here, just kick ass. You've done all the hard work, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. And whenever your race is, best of luck. I really hope that you absolutely smash it. Please let me know in the comments below how you went in your race. I'd love to hear it. I love engaging with you guys when you do comment on my videos. We're a community, we look after each other, we motivate each other. That's what it's about. So go out there, kick butt, and I'll speak to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.